In our last video, we have seen how to deploy a simple agent on VertexAI agent engine. In this video, we are going to see how we can access that agent. So to access this particular agent which got deployed on agent engine, first thing what we have to do is install this particular package. This particular package is going to give you access to VertexAI. And once you have access to VertexAI, then you basically have to do two things. Step one would be where you are going to create a session. And then step two would be where you are going to send your query. So let's go to our agent engine first. And as you can see, like last time we have deployed this particular agent. So before going into this particular video, please go through the agent deployment video first so that like you can understand whole workflow end to end. You can just click on this agent and here it's going to give you the query URL, which you can just copy it from here. And then you can just probably save it somewhere because this particular query URL is going to give you the information related to your project, your location, and your reasoning engine resource ID, which we would require to connect with the agent. So to connect with this particular agent on your local, I have created this client_test.py. So first thing what we have to do is import certain packages after installing the required package, which was a Google Cloud AI platform. So this is going to be my project ID. Then we have to pass location. This is going to my second variable. And then I'm going to pass resource ID. And this is going to my third variable. So we can take these values from this URL only. So we do have the project ID here. I can just take it directly from here and put it over here. Then we have the location. Location also we can take it from the query URL, which was US Central 1. And then the resource ID is going to be this one, which we would see at the last, and this we can pass it like this. Now once we have all this detail, then the first thing what we have to do is create our agent resource. So I'm just going to create this agent resource name, and here the format should be like this. So project ID, location, and the reasoning engine. Just notice that we are not going to pass any kind of query parameter which we have copied it from the URL. So here you could see at the end it was a query, but when we are creating this agent resource name, then there is no query parameter as such at the end. Now once you have all these details, so we need to initialize our VertexAI. So that can be initialized using project ID and location, and after that we need to connect with this one. So I can just create a function for that. So this is going to be query agent, and what we have to do is, first of all, we have to create a variable, and I'm just going to call it a remote app. So under this, we are going to connect with agent by passing the resource name. So before we send any query, we have to get a session ID. So here we are going to create a session, and to create a session under this variable, we are going to just pass this particular method, async create session. This particular session is going to give me the session ID. Please note that whenever you are passing a session, we have to pass a user ID also. So in this case, I'm just passing a dummy user ID, which is going to be test user 123. And then this is going to give me the session ID. Now this session ID is required so that I can pass my query to the agent. And to pass the query to the agent, we can use this particular method, which is going to be async stream query. So under this also you can see I need to pass a user ID, then the session ID what we have retrieved over here, and then we can pass a message. So message we can pass it as a variable, which is going to come from functions. So once we pass all this query, then we are going to get an event, and from this particular event we need to retrieve a text which is required for the response. So for that we can use a code like this, where actually we can retrieve a content, and once we get a content, then we have to see okay which one is getting triggered through model role, and then this is going to give us a text which is going to be located in the part section, and we can append it in our final text to get a final response. If you feel okay this navigation is a bit difficult, then you can also try to just print the content from here, so that like you can get a view of whole nested hierarchy, and then you can navigate it using this particular code. Now this is going to give you the final text, and I can just run the method like this. I can just name it query agent, and because our agent was very simple, which was related to weather one, so I'm just going to pass the same query over here. What's the weather in New York? And let's try to just run it using a normal Python code. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm just going to trigger this as a normal Python file. So the first step, you can see over here, we are creating a session. So this is the session ID what we have got. Now using this particular session ID, we have started querying the agent and we have got a response also. Now, if you want to track this one on the agent, then we need to go to our sessions, and here you could see the session ID is getting loaded. And this is the same session ID 424 which we triggered from our local, and you can see this is the same user ID which we have got. And if you just want to open it over here, then you can just open it in the playground. So this particular playground and is going to be opened in the read only mode, and here you can see like what kind of conversation user had with the agent. So this is going to give you the picture also of the conversation, like what kind of conversations are happening, and the same details actually you can retrieve it from the sessions. Now this is a simple Python code which should enable you to connect with your agent which got deployed on the agent engine. But let's say you want to integrate it with some kind of UI. In that case, you have to convert this simple Python code in the form of API so that you can, connect it with any kind of UI. So for that, actually, I have created another code. And conceptually, this is the same code what we have seen in the Python script, but the only difference is rather than executing it as a normal Python script, we can expose it as an API. So to expose an API, I'm using the FastAPI over here, which you can import it from the FastAPI. And you can see like the same approach, we are initializing our VertexAI. So we are initializing our project using VertexAI. This is going to be our first post endpoint, and in this case we are saying okay, create session response. So this would tell you okay, what is expected in the response. So in this is session response, when the session is getting created, we are expecting a session ID and user ID to be returned. When we have to create a session, then we just have to pass a user ID. So this is going to be our request based model. As you have seen, okay, if you have to pass a query, then we have to pass a user ID, session ID and the message. And the response is going to give me the content, session ID and the user ID. So the first endpoint is going to be the sessions one, because as you know, like first of all, we have to create a session ID so that like we can query our agent. So this is going to be handled in this particular endpoint. The approach is going to be same. We are creating a remote app and then we are using the same method, async create sessions, passing the user ID. And then actually we are just, storing that sessions locally. And this is going to give us a response. And once the session is going to get created, it's going to give us session ID and the user ID. Now the second thing is going to be the query one. Now in the query, same method we are going to use over here, which is going to be async stream query. And we are just passing our user ID, session ID and message. And ultimately the same code we are utilizing over here to get a response. Now this we are running it on 8002 port. So this actually you can just invoke it using uvcon.run. So let's test this code also. So I'm just going to open a terminal and I'm just going to invoke this code using python main.py. And you can see like this endpoint is enabled. Now what I can do is I can go to my Postman and here I can just call this particular endpoint, which is going to be our first endpoint, the sessions one. And under this I can go to body and I can just select raw, and under JSON I can just pass the ID like this, because this is the required parameter to create a session, and I can just change it to 124. Now I could go ahead and hit this particular endpoint and it should give me the user ID and the session ID as a response based on the response model what we have created. And you can see that I got a session ID. Now I need to take this particular session ID from here, have to copy it, and then I have to go to another endpoint, which is going to be this query endpoint. Under this I need to go to raw, and now based on our request model we have to pass a user ID, session ID and the message, right? So I'm just going to change few things here. Our user ID is 124, our session ID is this, and then I can just say what's the weather in New York, and then I can go ahead and try to hit this particular endpoint. And you can see we have got a response like this. Now let's say, because whenever we are having a conversation, it's not going to be just one call, it's going to be multiple calls. So we have to make sure if you want to continue in this conversation, then we need to pass the same user ID and session ID, but we can change our messages like over here. So I can just say, is it good for a walk? And just notice that I'm passing the same user ID and session ID and just changing the messages. So you can see like, okay, so it's saying, yeah, it's good for the walk. And it is getting the context with our previous conversation because we haven't changed the session ID and the user ID. Now you can continue the conversations. So I can just say, good to take my dog out, and I can hit the endpoint, and we can have our conversation going like this. Just to see it visually, we can again go to the agent engine, and here I can just refresh my page. What I'm expecting, like all the session ID is going to be created here as well. So you can see the new user ID which we have posted it through our Postman, that is also captured here, and this is the new session ID for that. Now whatever conversation we had using API, I can also just go into the playground and I can have a look over there. So you can see the same conversation got captured here, and you can see like it's all in the same flow. So even though actually we were changing the messages and just posting it through API, but we have kept our user ID and session ID same. So everything got captured in one workflow only. So these are the approaches using which actually you can access your agent, and like later on you can also integrate it with your custom UI or any kind of application once you expose it through API. That's all what we have in this video. Thank you for watching.